I have a wild story here that starts out scary, but I promise you it has a happy ending. So this is an article from about a week ago. I think it's in the Daily Mail. Here's what they say. They're quoting her. "I'm so scared. I have to fight. I don't want to lose my life. Saudi woman, 18 years old, battles to avoid being returned to her family, who she fears will kill her after being stopped at Bangkok airport when she fled having renounced Islam." They go on. Rahaf Mohammed al Qunun, 18 years old, is being held in Bangkok awaiting deportation. She fled her Saudi family having renounced Islam and says they will kill her. She told Mail Online, "They will kill me. I am so scared. I don't know what I will do. I have to fight because I don't want to lose my life." She was trying to reach Australia via Bangkok, but a Saudi official confiscated her passport after her male guardian said she was traveling without his permission. She was due to be deported at 4:15 a.m., but the Kuwait flight she was set to be on has left without her today, officials said. Activists and campaigners are publicizing her case with the hashtag #SaveRahaf. So, holy shit, can you imagine a situation like that? You're 18 years old, you renounced your family's religion, and you're afraid that they're going to kill you because you did that, so you're fleeing for your life, and it looks like you're not going to be able to get away. That they're going to stop you, and then they're going to kill you. Oh, what an absolute nightmare. Holy shit. Ugh. Imagine being that brainwashed into a religion that you're willing to kill your own family member, willing to kill anybody for that matter, because they don't agree with you. I can't wrap my mind around it. It's so extreme, and it's so absurd that you can't wrap your mind around it. This person doesn't believe exactly like I do, and they think I'm wrong. Now I must track them down and kill them. Holy shit. I mean, it'd be dumb enough if you just severed a relationship with the person because they don't agree with you. Like, that'd be bad enough. Like, I'm never going to talk to you again because you don't agree with me about a wizard in space. The fuck? But to say, I'm going to kill you because you dissent, oh my goodness. Just so wild. Well, like I said, there's a happy ending. Here's what Vox says. The Saudi teen who fled her family has been granted asylum in Canada. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau confirmed Friday that the country has accepted the UN's request to grant Rahaf Mohammed al Qunun asylum. So, what's interesting is there was a diplomatic fight recently. An ambassador from Canada got into it and went after the Saudi king because they're killing women's rights activists who fought for women's right to drive. And then what happened is, with conditions, the Saudi government said, okay, sure, we're going to let women drive. But they finally come to that position, at least to an extent, and then they turn around and say, but we're going to kill everybody who is protesting to get women that right. The fuck is that about? It's because he wants to have absolute power and authority and doesn't want anybody to question him. And so Canada spoke out against it. And just the fact that Canada spoke out against it, the Saudi government lashed out. It was like, how dare you comment on internal relations and things like that. And just in sheer insanity, lunacy, as if it's like, you can't criticize us when we decide to put people to death for protesting for something that's obviously correct. But now, I bet Saudi Arabia is wishing they didn't lash out against the Canadian ambassador, because this is probably one of their ways of getting back at the Saudi government. They're like, oh, really? You want to fucking take a harsh tone with us as you're murdering peace activists? Well, fine. How about we take in refugees fleeing your horrifically repressive government that probably would have allowed her killing simply because she decided to leave the religion of her parents? So, and by the way, there's a really important lesson to be had here. Anybody who takes like a blanket no refugees stance or no immigrants stance, just know that there's so many examples of people who are going through situations like she went through who are trying to get here. I mean, this is just a really clear example because it has to do with fundamentalist ideology, how her fundamentalist Muslim parents are like, we're gonna kill you, maybe kill you, probably at the very least disown you if you don't accept our religion. And like, what person in their right mind wouldn't want to let this 18-year-old in? She did nothing wrong, and she's a free thinker, and the idea that she's going to be like, she's going to bring down your nation, the amount of bravery it takes to say, I don't agree with you, even though the consequences might be death. And then you're going to reject her for a blanket stance against immigrants and or refugees? It just shows that that's not reasonable. Never mind the fact it's not, tolerant, open-minded, sympathetic, altruistic, whatever word you want to give it. But it's just not logical to do that. And, how many examples of people with similar stories are out there? How many people are trying to flee from a totally drug war-ridden place where the murder rate is insanely high and the unemployment rate is over 50% and all types of crazy stuff, but you have some 18-year-old who doesn't want to join any gang and doesn't want to die and doesn't want to be part of this horrific nightmare of a system, so they flee to the U.S. because they don't know what else to do. Would any reasonable person say, no, we're going to ban all of you for doing it? And the crazy thing is what Trump does is he treats people, literally, people who are fleeing from MS-13 and their gang violence, he treats them as if they are MS-13. Because he generalizes about how they're coming in, they're criminals, they're rapists, and I assume some are good people, but we can't have these MS-13 people overrunning our country. Well, a lot of the people who are escaping MS-13. That's just a fact. Now, nobody said you can't deport violent criminals. I certainly didn't say that. I'm in favor of deporting violent criminals. But should we accept people who are refugees or immigrants who have stories like this, where they're escaping almost certain death or certain extreme poverty, and they want to make a new life and be productive and enjoy themselves and get another shot? Of course we should take these people in. The whole idea is that that's what's supposed to be one of the things that makes this country great. Is, when you look at the quote on the Statue of Liberty and people come here and it's trying to fulfill their dreams, and it's a place that allows them the freedom to do that. So anyway, this story does have a happy ending, and I hope she's happy, and I hope that she finds meaning and she doesn't ever have to worry about her life being taken because she disagrees with the insane majority consensus.